Hey, over here. Welcome back to the Supersensible Steve Show. I'm Supersensible Steve, and this week, as my new chalkboard behind me shows, we'll be looking at ghosts that made their way into the national news. Being able to upload any old video to the internet with no context is all too easy in the modern world. With that in mind, we should be holding the media and journalists to a very high standard if they are to be trusted. Paranormal events aren't something we see every day as we scroll through our news feeds, but I have managed to pull together a compilation of supposed ghost sightings from around the world. So without further ado, let's hit play and see some spooks. We start off strong with the Daily Mail. The only information here that we've been given is that it's CCTV footage from an unknown source. Thanks for that. I like the light anomaly that we see at the bottom left of the screen. So straight off the bat, I'm thinking about the situation. Why is the camera rolling at that specific moment in time? In this case, it's CCTV footage, but why is it focused on the bed? An unrealistic setup automatically puts doubt into my mind. All seems pretty convincing, apart from the dodgy placement of the camera, but let's go back to the beginning and have a look at that door. Now focus on the duvet and the pillowcase to the right hand side of your screen. Did you see that? Let's have another look. We can clearly see her hand is pulling on what I assume is some fishing wire attached to the doorknob, which gets snagged on the pillowcase. The first act of a pretty well put together fake, but a fake nonetheless. So let's go and look at the next video. Last one from the Daily Mail, I promise. What starts out as normal footage from CCTV cameras in an office suddenly turns into the library scene from Ghostbusters. Paranormal investigator Scott McKinnon from Phoenix Paranormal Investigations in Denton has spoken to various news outlets claiming that the video is fake. The office in question is in Castlefield House on Liverpool Road, Manchester, and housed Joshua Brooks' PPI Claim Company. Scott explains that it's clear dubbing and sound effects, and tape can be seen on ceilings to help with the visual trickery. What doesn't sit right with me is that the video has obviously been edited to swap between CCTV cameras. On camera 16, stacks of paper are flying all over the shop, but the edit only cuts back when the paper is in mid-flight. You never see where the paper comes from. And lastly, the green hue suggests that the CCTV is in night vision mode, but all the lights in the office are still on. Are we to believe that the cameras always operate in night vision mode? Or is the effect used to draw similarities to ghosts from TV shows like Most Haunted? It is clearly some sort of viral ad campaign that was pretty effective by all accounts, and definitely got people talking. In keeping with our strong CCTV theme, Hampton Court Palace in London claims to have caught a ghost on camera, a ghost who knows how to use fire escape handles apparently. Hampton Court has been known to host historical reenactments, and if I was betting ghosts, I'd say that this is an actor that took a wrong turn on his way to the lavatory. Next up is an oldie but a goodie, this time from the BBC back in the 90s.
In the grounds of Belgrave Hall Museum. No one can explain what or who they are. Our correspondent Emma Simpson went to investigate.
A wet, dark Sunday morning and security cameras capture two mysterious figures. They only appear for a few seconds, followed by a swirling white mist on top of the wall.
The image appears for a second, upwards to 5 seconds. It's not walked into picture, it's not flown into picture, and it's not been blown into picture.
The man speaking is Stuart Warburton, who was the Belgrave Museum curator at the time. But let's take another look at the footage. You can clearly see motion-blurred raindrops reflecting infrared light back to the camera. This to me is something a lot smaller than a human, but very close to the camera. Maybe a wet leaf that was once caught in the gutter above. The low frame rate of the video also makes you think that the figure suddenly appears and disappears, and it could easily be an object falling from top to bottom of the shot. The next one is my favourite for today's show.
In front of her crib, catching Lily's attention. Whatever it is, the family says it needs to go.
It's almost like she sees something that we don't.
It's an image Heather and Josh say is haunting their home.
It was chilling. It was literally a chill down your spine, like that what-if factor. Like, is this what I just saw?
Caught on the couple's nanny cam video a few weeks ago, what appears to be something moving in front of the baby crib.
I freaked out. I stopped what I was doing and I ran upstairs and I grabbed my daughter.
Heather says this so-called ghost scratched her daughter Lily and attacked her too.
It scares us that it could do something else.
We see no evidence of the poltergeist attack, but the kid's reaction to something moving cannot be refuted.
Like someone's hands were around my neck.
A team of paranormal investigators came in and tried answering some of the couple's questions and concerns. Josh's father, Jim, says it may be someone who...
However, as the news story moves on, you see a window that is opposite the entrance to the room. My opinion on this is that a car with headlights has pulled up to the drive. The gap in the curtain is casting a slim beam of light that moves across the room with the car. The kid has reacted to the sound of the car as it pulls up. Our last video for today evidently has not convinced our news anchors. Surprise, surprise, we have another CCTV video. This time from within a police station.
Do you see this in the monitors, by the way?
Looks like a ghost.
Yeah, of course it does. A translucent something or the other moving from right to left across the screen. That area, however, was secured, we're told.
There isn't enough background info in this one for me to come up with my own theories. But what do you think? Why not share your thoughts in the comments below? That's it for today's episode. But don't forget, the Supersensible Steve Show going live this summer solstice. So why don't you join me over on Twitch on the 20th of June at 8 PM UK time. Bye for now.